We are normalizing a government agency disappearing people. They are kidnapping people and transporting them to concentration camps. It's a concentration camp what they're doing, and they are disappearing people. A government agency is disappearing people, getting carted off to concentration camps. This BS administration is kidnapping people. It has nothing to do with my language. It carted off to concentration camps.
Okay, former MSNBC anchor Tiffany Cross now claiming ICE agents are making arrests and taking them to concentration camps. Let's welcome to the show Florida Republican Congresswoman Paulina Luna. Congresswoman, that is some really strong language, I would say easily bordering on the reckless. Your response to it?
Look, it's simply not true. And I would say that this is not uncommon, though, for Democrats. They're still trying to recover from the last election where they lost not just the national popular vote, but also the Electoral College. What I will tell you is, interestingly enough, they're not mentioning the fact that it's actually a billionaire communist by the name of Neville Singham who's actually behind funding these and bankrolling these immigration riots where they put, instead of BLM flags, Mexican flags. They don't actually care about Hispanic Americans. They don't care about illegals. If they did, they would want to fight what was happening at the border with trafficking, and they would support a border wall. But they don't. So this is nothing more than propaganda for the midterms. They're running on this, and instead of running on BLM, which is what they ran on previous to 2020, they're running on immigration, and it's not going to work.
You know, it's a lot of obfuscation, I would say, on their part. On the other hand, ICE and the DHS are being really transparent about who they've been arresting. Look at this. ICE New Orleans announcing they deported a Jamaican national with criminal convictions for rape and sexual assault. ICE Atlanta arrested a Mexican national accused of sexual battery. ICE in Texas announced they arrested a convicted pedophile. ICE in Nebraska even announcing the arrest of an MS-13 kingpin who's on El Salvador's top 100 most wanted list. They posted a video of the arrest. Watch this.
Get out! Get out! Walk back to me. Come on back. Come on back. Stop. Do not move.
Congresswoman, I'm looking at that list. I'm looking at this video. I'm thinking to myself, that's what ICE is supposed to be doing. Your thoughts?
Correct, but there's a reason why they're not talking about this, right? You're not seeing Democrats go out there and say, we're arresting Jamaican nationals, we're arresting people from China that are here illegally, that are bringing in agro-bioweapons to kill Americans in farm produce. They're not talking about that. The reason they're not talking about that, though, and what I'm trying to prove here is that the largest voting minority in the country are Hispanic Americans, specifically those of Mexican descent. And that's exactly why you're seeing the footage strategically placed. It's why you're seeing them unfold brand new Mexican flags and handing them out at these riots. So it's not actually about a substantive conversation. It's about propaganda. And look, I'm a Mexican American. I'm a second generation U.S. citizen. And what I will tell you is it's egregiously offensive that they try to say that only illegals are Hispanic, because in actuality, we know that there have been Chinese military age males coming here. There's been people from the Middle East and Africa, but they're not talking about that. So stay awake, stay aware, and make sure that you're not buying the propaganda, because that's what this is.
You know, I don't think the propaganda is very effective, frankly. I think it's meant to generate votes and win political support. I don't think it's going to work. What do you think?
I would tell you that President Trump won the largest voting margin for Hispanic Americans in a very, very long time. I think an even larger margin than President Bush at the time. So what I will tell you is it's going to backfire, but it's our responsibility in the media. It's our responsibility as elected officials to educate people, because unfortunately, sometimes our people are just seeing what they see on the internet as, as basically gospel, and they won't verify it. But it's really offensive. It's gross. And again, you see that Democrats really want cheap labor. They're talking about who's going to pick the crops if we deport all illegals, which is offensive. And that's not my words, that's theirs.
Right. Congresswoman Paulina Luna, we really appreciate your perspective. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks.